What's up, guys? It's your boy Ryan here with Eastcoastathletics with another live stream. And since I posted the last two live streams, I've been getting a lot of heat for pretty much for sharing my opinion, pretty much. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of heat for that. A lot of people has been commenting saying, you know, they think I'm biased, why am I thinking how I'm thinking, stuff like that. So I figure what better way to do it than to do another live stream and answer some of the questions that you guys have, as well as provide you guys with some additional information as it relates to why I think what I think. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna go through all of those little things, as well as I'm still gonna share my opinion. Regardless of what anyone think, I'm gonna give my opinion. My opinion is based on my experience as an athlete and based on what I've seen over the years as an athlete. So, you know, it's in my opinion, what I think is not bias. It's more so based on facts and what I've seen over the years. I've seen it happen over and over, with multiple iteration of athletes that compete at the World Championship and Olympic Games. So I think that, you know, a lot of the comments, they are the people in the comments, they're not true track and field fans. They'll watch track and field, but they really don't follow it to the T. They'll know, the big names that are in the media, but they don't know all the details. They're not the type of people that are gonna go and look up, all this information about the different athletes, where they at, what they're doing, how they're progressing and stuff like that. Um, I'm more in tune with it, and that's something that you know, I I do. I don't have a problem doing it. As I mentioned previously, in the two live stream before this one, I've been doing track and field for almost 30 years. So, you know, it comes second nature to me in a sense that I'm able to analyze, based on what I've seen. Um, so to kick things off, I do have some stats for you guys as well. But before I even get to the stats, I'm gonna talk about a few things that I've seen over the years. Even though it still can be considered as my opinion, but I've seen it quite often, right? When it comes to track and field, athletes are worldwide. You have athletes in a whole lot of countries, right? However, it seems as if American athletes are always the center of attention when it comes to track and field. And, it's as if no other country in the world don't exist when it comes to track and field, which to me is, it's a little bit odd or, off. I think that even though, and when I say there are other countries, I'm not talking about just athletes that compete from other countries. I'm talking about quality athletes from other countries. Botswana, Kenya, Nigeria, like all over the world. You got great athletes in Italy, like you name it, Belgium. There are tons of countries with great athletes. However, I don't think the spotlight is placed on them. It's more, centered around the American athletes. I don't know if it's more so, a publicity thing where, the companies that are pushing, this publicity is trying to, gain revenue from it or something, but I think it's really centered around the American athletes, what they do on a daily basis, the times that they run, it's really centered around them, which I think should not be the case a lot of the time. I'm not saying publicity is bad, but I think it should be across the board. I don't think it should be just about American athletes. That's my take where that is concerned. And this kind of leads me to my next topic, which, do you guys think publicity benefit the athletes, or does it benefit the sport, or does it benefit both the athlete and the sport? Let me see. You got people in the comments. Okay, somebody raised his name is My Opinion, which is quite funny. He raised a very good point. He said American athletes are more marketable. They check all the boxes. I do agree to some extent, because for the mere fact that, how do I put it? For the mere fact that America is like a major consumer of a lot of goods and businesses and services, I think a lot of brands would want to associate themselves with American athletes to gain, more exposure, more publicity, and, pretty much more money. Somebody will say it's based on the team around the athletes. Could be, but at the same time, if it's based on the teams around the athletes, it could be, but I don't think it's necessarily about the team surrounding the athletes, because it's not the teams that are really pushing the publicity. It's more so the companies that are sponsoring the athletes, in a sense, right? Or the media company, which in turns is going to benefit them, because if you have a media company that is pushing a specific athlete, like publicizing what they do on a regular basis, then that's going to pretty much bring revenue to them. It's going to allow more people to watch their their channel, their sports channel, or whatever they have posted, whether it's NBC or whatever it is. They're going to benefit from that directly, because if they're showing the event, everybody's going to come to that specific place to watch the event. So, in layman terms, hyping up those athletes and hyping up the event is going to bring more money to them. And that's pretty much what they want. So I think, me personally, I think that it does benefit both the athletes and individually, and I think it benefits the sport. But I think on the back end, there is a third party that is really benefiting from it, which is the organizations. Yeah, when you market, definitely, I agree. When you market yourself a certain way, it does draw attention. And before I go any further, there is a link at the top of the chat. If you guys wish to join the live stream, share your opinion, respectfully though, you guys are willing to do so. I mean, I've tried it before, not sure how well it's gonna work right now, but I'm willing to try it again and see if it works. And you guys could definitely give y'all 2 cents about the whole situation as it relates to the athletes and everything. See, the endorsement benefits the athletes, right? It does. But what's the degree? What's the percentage of benefit to the athlete compared to the benefit to the companies? whatever the athletes are, the percentage of benefit that the athlete is getting, the companies are making 100 times that. So, I guess it's a give and take situation. You got to give in order to receive, I guess. But yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about, and everybody's going to have a different opinion where this is concerned, but that's okay, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. My opinion is this: cocky athletes lose, humble athletes win. You guys might think different, but that's what I think. And the reason why I said that, I've said that, is because over the years, I've watched multiple world championship, multiple Olympics, and it's always the humble athletes that are rising to the top. The ones that are under the radar, the ones that nobody notice, the ones that the media don't talk about much. I'm not saying that there are not a few athletes that are in the spotlight that really, deliver on the day. But I'm saying whenever you're not doing as much talking and doing more work, you tend to rise to the top. All that, that publicity stuff that we were discussing, or that I was talking about earlier, it plays a part, because the athletes that are humbled, they tend not to partake in so many of these things. Hence, they have more time to put work in, right? Hence, they're more focused. It's not for them, they're more hungry. It's not so much about, what the media thinks or what the media wants. They have a goal in mind and they're working towards that goal. They don't care so much about all this publicity. Yes, I guess it's okay, to have publicity, but at the end of the day, for them, it's more business, getting the work done on the track, right? A comment. I'm about to read a comment. It says, I could show I'm gonna show the comment too. I'm gonna show it. It says American athletes don't know their. It says Americans don't know their track athletes, but the way they present themselves pulls attention. Yeah, but does popularity win championships? That's the question. Because I think that's the main goal here when it comes to what we're discussing. Not talking about what the media is trying to accomplish, or the endorsement companies are trying to accomplish. I'm talking about what we're discussing, what everybody pretty much came at me in the in the comments for. You say the sport is too humble, that's the problem. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's too humble. I think if you're gonna talk, you talk after you compete, after you run, not before. Because tell you what, if you say you're gonna do something and then you don't deliver, who's gonna look bad at the end of the day? You are. So therefore, Mr. My opinion, I'm not going not going to answer that. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to talk, you got to deliver. You can't just, fall prey to the publicity, but at the end of the day, you don't deliver. Perfect example. Sha'Carri, not last year, the year before. Whole bunch of talk. But she didn't deliver. Right? All talk. Didn't deliver. Last year, she did deliver. She didn't say much. I didn't watch any interview with her saying anything crazy. She was just humble and, came out and did her thing. And in my opinion, that's how it should be. Everybody going, as I said, have a different view, but I think that's how it's supposed to be done. She was so calm throughout the season. Yeah, she ran her races, the typical, showman type thing, and she delivered. A lot of people were saying, she didn't deserve to win, but in my opinion, she did. She put the work in, she laid low, and do what she had to do. Right? Whether this was all a stunt or a plan, I have no idea, but that's how it was. But that's the thing. This is the thing. I understand that they're playing mind games, but who does those mind games work on? You got to think about it. Because those mind games that they're playing are going to get into the heads of weak athletes. And we already know that the Jamaican athletes are not weak. So those mind games are not going to work. It might work on other athletes, but I don't think it's going to work on no Jamaican athlete. Because when they do all that talking, it pretty much just heighten everything and have the Jamaican athletes working extra hard because they know you just, talk a whole bunch of, nonsense. So now they're coming full blast. They're making sure that they put in all the work they need to put in because they're going to prove you wrong. Right? So, yeah, it is a mind game. I agree with you. But who is it going to work on? That's the question. I don't know. I don't think it worked on the Jamaicans, bro. I don't think so. I don't think so. When? I'm going to put your comment up on the screen. So I need you to explain when. And as I said earlier, instead of typing some of these comments, you could definitely scroll up to the top of the chat and click on the link. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think she will. And if your picture serves me correctly, I know exactly who you are, and you know exactly who her coach is. Hence, you know that when he gives instruction, they try to follow his instruction. Therefore, if she's running on the instructions of just making the team, then we know that she wasn't doing anything crazy out there. Right? Okay, I mean that's cool. But as I said, if any of you guys wanna, share what you guys think, what y'all think, I mean y'all welcome to do so. Y'all definitely welcome to do so. All right. So one of the main things when I read the comments was everybody was saying, Kishane came out of nowhere. He just started running 9.97s and 9.8. Something is wrong. And it was a whole bunch of nonsense, in my opinion. Jackson won't get a silver, bro. She's getting gold. I'm going to have to eat my words. If I'm wrong, I'll come right back here and tell you guys that I'm wrong. My prediction was off. I mean, I never said watching documentaries going to tell you anything. I never said that. Never said that. Never said that. However, as I was saying, everybody keeps saying that Kishane is new. He just popped on the scene and run fast, and that's something is wrong. If you guys go back and read through, there's so many comments, but if you read through at least 5 or 6 of them, then you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Because instead of thinking that this athlete has been working this whole time, working hard, training, or was hurt or something, everybody tend to think the worst. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys some more stats, which is accessible to everybody. But I think a lot of people they tend to just talk instead of do research, right? I'm not feeding into that. Okay, say less. A lot of people tend not to do research. They tend to just go with what they see or what they hear on social media or on TV. But I'm gonna put up the stats for Kishane. Pretty much his top 10 times, or as much as I was able to fit on the screen. But yeah, hold up, I'm on the wrong slide. Yeah, here we go. So as I said, all this information is accessible to everyone. All you got to do is go to the internet and look it up, right? Pretty simple. For everybody that was talking in the comments saying like, oh, he just came out of nowhere and ran this time and that time, as you can see, all the times that he have ran and when. So he ran 9.99. It shows the place and the date, right? So he has been progressing. If I'm still on the live stream, my opinion. So he has been progressing smoothly and slowly, over the past 2 years. You see here he ran 10.04, right? And that's July 2023, the 21st of July 2023. Then he ran 9.99 July 30th. Then he came back again and ran 9.91. Hold up, this says July 6th. So I guess he ran the 9.91 before he ran the 9.99, because that's the same year. He ran in September, he ran 9.87. 16th of September. Right here, Oregon. Hold up. That's not. Yeah. But but all the flags are showing you where he ran them, right? 985, that's in China. 984, the top 3 times are the times that he ran in. Yeah, the top 3 times that you see here are the times that he ran at the trials, at the Jamaica Olympic trials. So clearly, for everybody who was saying all this negative stuff about this guy, clearly he has been progressing. And from my understanding, he was hurt, he was injured. So that is the reason why, a lot of people don't know much about him, because I'm sure with how he was running, in 2023, if he wasn't hurt, you guys would have definitely known about him. So that's something that you guys could, as I said, go look stuff up instead of jumping in the comments, based on your emotions, all in your feelings, because I say your favorite athlete is going to lose. Being in your feelings don't provide any substance. Go check the stats out. The stats say it all. It's all in black and white. All right? It's all in black and white. You said he had the fastest time last season. But nobody paid attention to that. Nobody's paying attention to that. You know what is wrong with these? Y'all funny. But yeah, that's just Kishane stats, right? So y'all keep that in y'all head. I'm gonna move to the next slide, because we're gonna compare. Now we move to Noah stats, right? So we see all the times right here, right? At Oregon, he ran 983, right? US Olympic trials. That's his best time so far, right? That's his PR. He ran, I think, let me see. I think he ran a faster time than that, but I think he was win assisted. I don't know if I don't think I added it on here because it was win assisted, so I didn't add it. I only add pretty much all the regular times, which, as you can clearly see, he haven't run faster than 983. So in my opinion, as long as Kishane is healthy, Noah doesn't stand a chance. Not even for a second. Like, he really don't. But as I said, and you guys also said it, publicity. Everybody is talking about him and the fact that he's gonna win and stuff like that. So I guess that draws a lot of attention to the sport. And I'm gonna go a step further. All right, I got like 3 more slides. Now we got Seville. All right, and again, you can see the progression. The times that he ran in 2023, the times he ran in 2022, the times he ran in 2024. Everything is here. So, I mean, a lot of the people in the comments that are, just talking, I think you guys need to go and look up the stats, look up the information, right? He said Ark losing losing the 100. I mean, that I don't even think that's a question though. I don't think it is. He's not. I don't even have him getting third, to be honest, because Fred Curley, even though he don't have, the fastest or one of the top three times going in, he's not winning the 200 either. He's not winning the two, and I'm gonna explain why in a little bit. He's not winning the 200. But let me finish with the 100. He don't have the there Fred Curley, as I was saying, even though he don't have one of the top three times going in, I think that Curley is a championship runner. Not saying that Noah isn't. And Curley has won the 100 before. Therefore, he's gonna want to be on that podium. I mean, everybody in the field want to be on that podium, but I think he know what it takes to get there. So he's gonna do everything in his power to get there, right? That's what I think. And again, we're just talking about two countries here. We're not talking about the other athletes from all over the world. You see what I'm talking about? Just two countries. Nobody talk about this guy. Who's talking about him? He ran 9.77 in 2021. He ran 9.79 this year. So he's also faster than Noah Lyles. So therefore, I don't understand why everybody is having such a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that he's not the top contender in the field. He might be the most liked athlete in the field. Might be. But that doesn't mean he's going to win. And again, look at the stats right here. 985, 984, 979. It's also a progression. So all these athletes are improving. He has been running similar times. The Kenyan. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try. I'm going to put your comment up. You don't trust the time since he ran on African soil. No. You can't. See, that's something that as former athletes, spectators, we got to cut that out. I think that's something that we need to stop. We need to stop thinking that this individual have to run the time in a specific country for it to count. That should not be the case. Because another country is going to say, "Oh, they ran it in America, so we're not going to accept that time." Or somebody did say it in a comment. The Jamaican clock is messed up. It's given wrong times. Somebody did say that. I think we need to move away from that. I think we're in an era where our technology has improved. So the whole starting system, from the blocks, to the starter, everything has been improved tremendously. So I don't think we should be doubting times at this point in time. Like, we shouldn't be thinking like that. How is it going to benefit an athlete to get a wrong time and then they can't reproduce that? I don't see how that helps. I mean, I think performance on the day counts. I definitely think it counts. Right? So, I mean, that's what it's going to boil down to. It's going to boil down to performance on the day, and as for some of the athletes, it's the mind game will work, but for others it won't. African and US times are never accurate. How? No, I'm not even, no. Nope. The times are the times. Whether you run it in Egypt or you run it in Antarctica, it's the times are the times. They use proper equipment, so the times are the times. That would be like me saying, "Oh, there's a meet tomorrow," which I'm going to talk about a little bit. There's a Diamond League meet tomorrow, and the times that they're going to run there are not going to be accurate because it's at that specific location or in that specific country. Times run all over the world are authentic. It doesn't have to be just in Europe, because the Americans could think the same thing about times run in the Caribbean and in Europe. And I'm telling you, that's what people in the comments were saying, that the Jamaican clock is messed up. It's not accurate. That's the reason why this guy is running 977. That's exactly what they said. If I was able to put that comment up, I would have. I just didn't have the time, but that's what somebody commented and say. The field now run. Oh no, it's a no hour run now. Fast track only can run. Which, this is how I look at it. I watched an interview. He did complain that the starter fired a gun too quick when he get on set, which is an excuse, because, and this is the reason why I say it's an excuse, the moment you show up to the starting line, you should be ready. Whether the starter hold you for 2-3 seconds on set, or as soon as you get up on set, he fires the gun. It's your job as the athlete to react instead of finding an excuse and talking about what you're used to. What he's used to have nothing to do with what happened. What if they go to Paris and the starter does the same thing? He's gonna find the excuse like, "Oh, that's the reason why I lost." That should not be an excuse. That really shouldn't be an excuse at all. Yeah, it shouldn't be an excuse. I really don't know why he even said that, because that didn't make any sense. It didn't. All right. I'll put this one up so everybody can see what you're saying, sir. Jamaican times are always replicated around the world So the person who commented that is a hater. I mean, you could say that. You could say that, but again, just the same way you're entitled to your opinion, that person is entitled to their opinion as well. So, I mean, apart from, sharing my opinion, I'm not going to attack them and say, oh, no, 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 you're wrong, this and that third. I'm going to express how I see it, and I honestly think I'm not being biased when I'm talking about the stats. It's a lot of you guys might know I am Jamaican. So therefore, yes, of course, deep down I'm going to want Jamaica to win. However, when stuff are laid out in a clear manner, like there's no going around it. Like, for example, Kishane ran 70 meters and almost pretty much shut it off. That is clear. It can't be no more crystal than that. It's very clear. So therefore, all the talks about him not replicating that is trash. He could run way faster than that. A lot faster. Was he supposed to run faster than that? Clearly not. And again, the last live stream I did, I thought that when he ran off the track, he didn't want to talk to the camera just because he didn't want to talk. But after watching another interview, it clearly shows that he went straight to his coach. Straight to his coach. I don't know if he's thanking him or what he's doing. Went straight to the coach, shook his hand, then went to his mom. Right? I mean, I don't know how to, why you think I'm going to sound biased? I think I'm more realistic than I am biased. I think I'm way more realistic than I am biased. Because most of the time, if I talk about anything, it's always based on the stats. Because I don't think the stats could lie. The stats don't have feelings. So I always go off the stats. But I mean, that's that. All right, let's move on. So the next thing that I got a whole bunch of heat for was the 200 that everybody keeps saying that, no, I can't lose. Bolt record is not going anywhere. And if it's going anywhere, that's one that I'm going to have to see. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. As I was saying, everybody kept saying that, oh, Noah's going to win the 200. And I said, no, he's not winning the 2 and he's not winning the 1. They say, oh, you're biased, da 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 da. I don't see how I'm biased if there's no Jamaican in the race. You say Kobe Bryant. Man, I'm not even going to entertain that. Not even going to entertain that. Not going to entertain that. And again, Bolt record is not going anywhere. So check this out. Let me move this comment from here so y'all can see it. So this guy, all right? I know you guys know who he is. Nobody has been talking about him. Everybody has been talking about Noah Lyles, Noah Lyles, Noah Lyles. Every time you turn, it's Noah Lyles. Okay. He's a major contender. So is this guy. Right? Noah run 19.53. Okay. This guy is also capable of running 19.5. This guy also ran a 30-second 300 this year. Not last year. Bolt wasn't cocky. Bolt was a showman. Leave Bolt out of this. He wasn't cocky. He was a showman. I never heard of him talking anything about anybody. Only thing he did when he got on the track, he was super playful, and that was it. I've never seen or heard of him saying anything about anybody. So if you guys have seen that, send me that video because I want to see it, because I've never seen that. Never. Anyways, back to Noah situation that he got going on that he don't know about. 30-second 300. I'm putting everything together based on everything that I'm looking at right here. And I don't think Noah's going to win this 200 because you're on 19.53 in a positive 0.5 wind. This guy runs 1971 in a negative 1.5 wind. Negative 1.5. So take the wind out of the equation. Not even put it at 0.05. Just take the wind out of the equation completely. And I want you guys to tell me that this Botswana kid is not going to run way faster. If y'all really think he's not going to run faster, y'all out of y'all mind. Listen, when Bolt was 21, 22, he was running the show. The age is not even a factor. I learned this from my coach here at Coppin. There's no way a 20.5 or a 20.3 guy, I'm going to keep it 20.5, 220, I'm not 20.5, 19.5, my apologies. There's no way two 19.5 guys are going to be in the same race and one get off the turn before the other, and the one in the back think he's going to catch the one in the front. It's not going to happen. And now I have this philosophy that he can run anybody down, and that will not work. I promise you it won't work. Because my opinion, now that sounds biased. But yeah, if this kid get off the turn first, Noah's not gonna catch him because he's not gonna decelerate. He ran 32nd in the 300. He has the 300-meter world record. So why you guys think he's gonna get caught? Noah's not gonna catch him. He's gonna try to catch him, and he's gonna tie up. The only way he's gonna win, he gotta break that turn first. And I really don't see him breaking that turn before this Botswana kid or Kung Fu Kenny. I don't see it happening. And I'm standing on my words. Like I don't see that happening. Kenny almost beat him at the Olympic trials. Right? Almost beat him. Kenny tightened up for like the last 15 meters. That's how he was able to get ahead. Just saying. I don't think he's winning either the one or the two. Not winning the one, not winning the two. $19. Oh, and another thing too. What do you guys think about this? For the US Olympic trials, the 100 and the 200 meter was spaced out, like really spaced out. It's nothing close to how Jamaica did it, or nothing close to how it's gonna be at the Olympics. It was spaced out way more than that, right? I can't remember the exact amount of days. Mr. My opinion, I think Kenny's gonna beat him. Oh, almost beating him. Yeah, but that race is gone. It's in the rear view. We're talking about the ones coming up. That's what we're talking about. You're wrong. You're wrong, because he's not gonna run everybody down. I promise you that. He'll catch some people, but he won't catch everyone. He won't. Because when I remember, I've seen Bolt lost at 200, right? He lost it to Johan Blake. He's faster on paper. He's faster overall than Johan. And at the trials, Johan broke that turn before him. And he didn't catch him. He did not catch him. So, as I said, y'all could talk all the stuff y'all, and we're talking about the fastest man to ever run the 200 meter. He couldn't catch Blake. So, with that being said, I'm applying the same thing here. Somebody who is strong, high endurance, speed endurance, you're not going to catch them. It's not going to happen. Not happening. Really not. But back to what I was saying. The performance in the 100 and the 200 maybe wouldn't have been what it is or what it was, due to the fact that they spaced it out. Meaning, if they had ran them closer together, the 100 at the trials and the 200 at the trials, maybe the 200 time, which is the 1953, would have been slower, because they would have had less rest. And it could have even been faster. It could have been slower or faster, but I don't think it would be that. I think they should keep the schedule similar to who only lost 2 professional races. Who only lost 2 professional races? He is the third fastest. I'm not saying that he's not the third fastest. I'm not saying that he's not the third fastest. He is. And at no point did I say he's not a great athlete. Nobody could say I say that because I never said that. He's a great athlete. But being great and maintaining your greatness requires you to do more work and less talking. He's a great athlete. Not taking that from him. But I'm saying to reign supreme, you got to work and deliver. It's not work, talk, and deliver. Well, I guess you could put all three together: work, talk, and deliver. But if you're talking and not working, you're not going to be able to deliver. Are you funny? But yeah, I mean, that's my take on the whole situation. I'm not judging because he's an American athlete. I'm going based off the times. I'm going based off what I see, how they execute, the conditions they run in, because they all run in different conditions. So when they in the same place, same conditions, it's gonna be different. They have the same wind reading, the same blocks, the same starter, the same timing system. Even if he only, what does that? You losing only twice. What does that mean? Losing where? The last time I checked, Bolt only, if I can recall, in terms of major championships, Bolt only lost twice. Well, he's going to have to back it up again. He's going to have to do it again. And he's going to have to do it with the lights of all these other people in the race. Yeah, that's what I think. He's going to have to do that. If he delivers, then I could say, okay, it's not all talk. It's work, talk, and delivery. I know you're Jamaican. You don't have to tell me you're Jamaican. I'm not saying that you're biased, so you don't gotta say you're Jamaican. Whether you're Jamaican or you're, Ethiopian, it doesn't matter. You're entitled to your opinion, and if you think an athlete is great, that's just what you think. Don't make a difference where you're from. But a lot of people think that, because you're from a different country, that you're automatically going to be biased. Doesn't mean that. A lot of people last season was saying, "Oh, Sha'Carri, that was a sneak win," and I was like, "No, she won. A win is a win. It don't matter if you nipped it at the line, you had a big lead. It doesn't matter. A win is a win. If you win by hundreds of a second or thousands of a second, whatever. Once you win, you win. Right? That's what I think." What's so funny? But yeah, there will be a meet. I think there's a meet tomorrow. I think it's in Paris. I was trying to check the lineup, but I wasn't able to see everything. Hopefully I'm able to watch it. I might stream while the meet is while he's showing the meet. If I depending on which station is showing on, I might put a link in the comment section of my channel. But sometimes you have to get a subscription either from NBC or Peacock or something like that in order to watch these races. I use Peacock most of the time because that works for me. I'm able to watch a lot of the events, the races, stuff like that. Even though they really cover, I don't want to say they only cover American stuff, but you're gonna get to see it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. NBC, they're gonna show more likely show the races that America is in. I don't know if they're gonna show much else, but you could still, yeah, pretty much as I said, showing on Peacock. That's where I pretty much watch most of my races. So if you guys don't have a subscription yet, y'all should probably get one. It's not that expensive, so you guys could definitely watch the races. And another thing, because I know a lot of people, they're always on the move. They're at work. You're not just sitting home waiting to watch races. Therefore, you could watch it on your phone because you could log into the Peacock account on your phone. So you could get to watch the races that way. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, for this live stream. For those of you that are not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you like what we discussed, you could also hit the like button. If you don't, you're also welcome to use the thumbs down button. It is what it is. But yeah, 10 a.m. That's early. 10 a.m. is early. But as I said, I'm gonna be putting out when I'm done here. I'm gonna try to check the schedule again, figure out what time everything is gonna start rolling, and then I'm gonna schedule another live stream. So you guys are welcome to join me again while I discuss the races. And as I said, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And you see a boy around here. Peace out.